Often it feels fruitless. We ask for one thing and we get the good old "please understand." Some really odd decisions get made that seem to lack awareness to industry standard practices. However, as an entrenched Nintendo fan, I've noticed, especially recently, we've been seeing some signs that start to answer the age-old question: does Nintendo listen to its fans? I think it's clear that with the Switch, fan desires have been implemented with the new hardware and upcoming software lineup. It's possible with the Wii they lost sight of what we wanted and focused too much on the casual market. Dumbing down their major franchises was a disappointing turn. This was a major mistake to continue that focus, and obviously with the Wii U sales numbers, they learned that lesson. So even if we assume they were deaf to the outcry during the Wii era, the Wii U era has forced them to listen up. We're the only ones they have left to turn to. They had an idea that it was important to cater to the more hardcore group of gamers with the slew of third-party ports at the beginning of the Wii U, but after those drying up after 1 year, it was clear the old games on Wii U was not driving sales in any way and was a tone-deaf misstep toward the right direction. Once realizing that the only people that even owned their new console was their fans, the user base was tailored to be receptive to more niche and inside Nintendo things. Smash for Wii U had some quite niche nods to us that clearly prove they have their ear to the ground. The creation of the GameCube adapter, a 3-generation old controller port that can only be used for one game because a really dedicated fan base prefers this control input, that is an obvious nod to the fans. Even though he wasn't a full character, picking Geno as a Mii outfit is such an extremely specific character to represent, it had to be because they heard the years of outcry on the internet for him. Actually, the whole Smash roster in general is so incredibly fan-servicey that it could be argued that it's Sakurai that listens to the fans, not Nintendo. Maybe for Smash that's true, however the GameCube adapter is a fairly massive endeavor that would go beyond Sakurai's control, but still, Smash isn't the only evidence. The Virtual Console releases of both Earthbound and Earthbound Beginnings and their respective reveals are a direct response. They made an event out of a Virtual Console re-release due to how much it means to us. Shigesato Itoi recorded a video to announce a Virtual Console game. If they didn't think it was a big deal, that wouldn't have happened. I know, Mother 3. But come on, they know. We're pretty loud about that one. Every interview Reggie has to comment on it. Speaking of reveals, Nintendo Directs not only cater to the Nintendo hardcore, but also are created by them. A lot of people working on Nintendo Directs were hired from places like IGN, GameSpot, etc., who were professed and entrenched Nintendo fans, implementing the various memes and just overall goofy presentation. When it comes to NOA, it is proven that people there love Nintendo and have been on the other side frustrated by their decisions just like us. The decision to change Zelda and Mario, their biggest franchises, to better suit a design scheme that we have constantly clamored for, is an obvious step towards the fans. Open World Zelda is something I've been hearing for years, and also a return to 64 and Sunshine style 3D Mario platformer is equally as loud as a cry. They went so far to even reference them specifically upon announcing Odyssey. They knew who they were talking to. But the past generation has also seen some serious regression in areas. The Mario RPGs, in my opinion, have been stripped of almost everything that made them great. The more homogeneous, casual design strategy has watered down these once special franchises. You can see the height of the Paper Mario entry still held the most important factors intact. A great, wacky story with a bunch of new interesting characters. We see Paper Mario Color Splash and Wii U receive zero fanfare from the company, continue the Sticker Star legacy. I don't know how trustworthy these two games being the best selling is because both were released on install bases several times larger than the 64 and GameCube ones, living off the popularity of their predecessors. If Color Splash was a legitimate entry, then I wouldn't be surprised if it got closer to 1 million sales even on Wii U. The Mario and Luigi series has suffered the same fate in the almost exact same way. We can see Paper Jam not being the game fans of the series want, and Dream Team began the decline of the series' quality. The huge drop in sales figures for both series hopefully will send a message to Nintendo, and whenever the next entries come, that will be a test if they truly do listen. I think Federation Force and Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival were misguided, but also created a stopgaps for a generation that they had clearly given up on. I would not be surprised if an actual entry will come to both those franchises on the Nintendo Switch and are currently being worked on right now. Those were decisions to just attach a popular brand to a cheap side game while they wait till the Switch comes out. But looking at the trailers on YouTube, we still got our message out there. In Nintendo's defense, sometimes we don't know what we want, and what we think we want is wrong. Get out of here, Shrek and Goku. We all freaked out over Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze when it was announced, and it turned out to be one of the best platformers ever made. If you want to see an intense analysis on Tropical Freeze leading up to its launch and the reception of it, I have a 16.5-minute video specifically on that topic. Also, and all those people complaining about fan games being shut down using Nintendo IP, they're a company, they have to protect their intellectual property, and I know that specifically that game is not threatening that, but if they're not consistent dealing with every issue as it comes up, then they have less standing in court when actual illegal things happen to them that are dangerous to their company's future. They could legally take down all fan art if they wanted to, but they don't. For the record, they usually let the game be released and finished before they take it down so the game exists forever and everyone has it. I think they're doing the best they can in that situation when you think about it. You have to be mature about this kind of thing, okay? Nintendo looks to be moving in the right direction. Not a single game announced for Switch is a victim of this tone-deaf accusation. Even a game like Fire Emblem Warriors is a weirdly specific game that everyone wanted after Hyrule Warriors. It's really exciting to have hope that the ship has been turned around. The Nintendo ship is looking promising, and E3 will provide an even clearer picture, video incoming. Does Nintendo listen to us? Yes, for the most part, they hear our pleas. Most companies in the gaming world do. Social media and internet has so intensely connected us to these companies that it's almost impossible not to in this social climate. They hear us. They have to hear us to succeed. They're on Twitter. They're on YouTube. There's no middleman anymore. They're talking directly to their fans. Keep it up, Nintendo.